This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in Newcastle. We've just watched Lewis Ritson overcome Robbie Davis Jr. via unanimous decision. With me, slightly blinded by my light, but still in the room, Dave Allen. Dave, been a few days since I've seen you. Let's start with the main event, though. Lewis Ritson, talk to me about that performance.
I think that's the best fight I've seen in a long time. Obviously Lewis was fantastic. I thought it was really close. I thought it was all in the last round. I thought it was really close, exciting. Lewis will move on. Robbie will. You don't really lose much stock with that, really, I don't think. Just a great fight, had a bit of everything. The first 6 rounds was just gruelling and hard, and then it became a boxing match. It was a fight of 2 halves. And I think the winner was the deserved winner, but I think the scorecards don't reflect how close it really was in the effort that Rob put in.
Now, Lewis, about this time last year, we thought it was his breakout party against Patera. It didn't go his way. His punch resistance looked appalling to the body at lightweight. He's been telling us all week, he and his team, that he's a much better man at super lightweight. He's been working a lot with the strength and conditioning, and he seemed pretty fit for the 12 rounds. Do you think we saw the results of that successful transition up in weight tonight?
Yeah, I think a lot of fighters, they see the advantages of being big for the weight, but sometimes it can work the opposite way, and I think that was the case of Lewis at lightweight. It was fantastic tonight. The 12 rounds were fought at a ferocious pace. He stayed with Rob inside, he boxed him at distance, we had a round or 2 off here and there. He was smart. He doesn't carry the same power seemingly at light welterweight. Then again, Robbie is a tough man, but he's up at light welter. That's a career best performance, so he's a light welter, he'll stay there. He's going to get a big fight next, the Josh Taylor fight. Apparently they was calling out, I'm not sure about that, but really happy for him. Good for Rob, obviously. I think the world of both of them, but only one winner, so well done to them both. A great fight.
Just to whiz through this, Dave, we had 2 very good domestic fights. The other one we saw, Ted Cheeseman against Scott Fitzgerald. Cheeseman started very well. I think he surprised a few people coming out on the back foot. Looked excellent, slowed down the stretcher, and Scott caught him up. What do you make of that?
I had Cheeseman winning. I had him winning by maybe 2 rounds. I thought he won everything from 2 through to 8, which is 7 rounds. If you give Fitzgerald the 5, 7-5. Fitzgerald's strong as a bull, unbelievably strong. I think the game plan of Cheeseman probably threw him off. No one expected that. Cheeseman looked better than he's ever looked in his whole career. I think Fitzgerald's a special fighter. I think there's so much more to come from him. Like I said, I had Cheeseman winning. There wasn't much in it. Cheeseman will come back, hopefully. I think Cheeseman Fowler is the fight to make. If Fowler can beat Scarf, which again is another good, dangerous fight. Fitzgerald, where does Fitzgerald go? I'm not too sure, but I think there's such a great mix of them at domestic level. Even though I think possibly, the rematch could happen. Personally, I'd like to see Fowler, if he beats Scarf, fight Cheeseman. I'd like to see Fitzgerald fight somebody else. Not quite sure right now, but somebody else. Yeah, it was another good fight. High in quality. Wasn't the fight I expected. I was expecting a grueler. It's a good job Cheeseman did fight that fight, because it would have been a very hard fight if he tries to walk onto Fitzgerald for 12. But quality from both men again, but again only one winner, and it was Fitzgerald, so well done to both men.
As mentioned, we're just going to fly through this, Dave. I saw you in Leeds a week ago. You told me you wanted Daniel Dubois for the British title. Things went very public very quickly. We've seen messages between yourself, Frank Warren, and whoever runs Daniel Dubois' Twitter, and your words. Very public negotiations. Where are we with that? I know you said if they want the fight in December, it's got to be a bigger offer. Where are we at?
Well, I'm a very open book. It's not a disrespectful thing. It's just I'm an open book. People ask questions. I tell them I tell them the truth. I tell them the truth from my side. Sometimes it's not the truth. Sometimes it's just opinion, which is not fact. But I spoke to Eddie. He said, "Look, ask him for this figure." I did that. Eddie's my not contractual with my promoter, but he advises me. I guess he's an advisor of mine. And he said, "Ask for that money." I said that to the Warren camp. They came out with a smaller offer. Basically, Eddie says there's other fights out there for that kind of money they're offering. You can get that kind of money for all sorts of fights in-house kind of thing. So I'm not sure. I'm still the Dubois fight is one that very much. Not so much the Dubois fight. The British title excites me. So, but again, if you don't know your own value, someone will tell you what it is. And so, if Eddie wants to put my value a bit higher than I had it at the start, that's great. If Frank Warren and his team want to come back and put the money up that Eddie advised me to ask for, then the fight will happen in December. I personally would be happier if the money didn't come, because I do fight for money, as we all do, prize fighters, but I've got some pride. The pride is still there. Still 27. I'm still hungry to be a success, I guess. And so yeah, we'll see what happens though. We'll see. At the minute, the fight's probably dead in the water, and I'm looking to fight early next year.
You mentioned the fight's dead in the water. When it first started breaking and people thought that fight was a real possibility and it looked like it may happen, there was the backlash you received and you were quite defiant and said, it's my career, it's my decision. I feel okay to continue and go into a fight of that magnitude. What did those around you think of it, Darren, etc.? Have you spoken to them about it?
Well, Daniel Dubois looks spectacular. I agree that he could be a future world champion. He looks great, does everything really well. He was a top amateur. He might have only had a few senior amateur fights, but he has 75 amateurs altogether. That's a lot of experience. He's a very good fighter, very strong. It's Frank Bruno-esque. And some people would think I'm having a dig. I'm not. Frank Bruno is an exceptional heavyweight. He's a heavyweight champion of the world. He had a great jab. He was super strong. He could punch. Dubois seems to have the fundamentals down to a T. His footwork's fantastic. The Nathan Gorman, when he looked fantastic, he looked like he'd improved massively. But his best win is Nathan, who is yet to prove himself beyond domestic level itself. Apart from that, who has he beat really? So to say to me, the man who's been in with Luis Ortiz, Dylan White, Tony Yoka, David Price, Lucas Brown, go on, so on and on, to be scared of Daniel Dubois, I don't see it. I know how good he can be, but right now it's not proven. It's all hype. It is hype. I'm not saying that he's not the real deal, but at the minute it's purely hype. Maybe he knocks me out and goes on and wins a world title, and he proves everyone and me right, because I think he's a future world champion. But we don't really know, and I would be happy to test that. Yeah, but obviously, as I've already said numerous times, the price has got to be right.
Now, when I last spoke to you, you told me you were going to go inspire your old friend / foe David Price ahead of his clash with Derek Chisora. Good to be back in the gym. Talk to me about that work.
Yeah, I've sparred David Monday. Sparred Kamil Sokolowski as well. He's a fan favourite, I guess. The real hardcore boxing fans, they know Kamil, they know what he's about. He's a very tough man. We did a few spars together. He's exceptionally tough, good, solid fighter. David Price is looking good, super fit. He's fit. The short notice in terms of fitness is not going to be a problem to him. Sparred again Friday. So me personally, I'm loving life. Kamil Sokolowski's in the Ultimate Box. He's looking good. Price is already very exciting. So it was win-win all around in Liverpool last week. We all got something out of it, I feel.
When I last spoke to you, you were very respectful, but you said to me you make Derek Chisora the favourite for the fight. Have you seen anything in the gym that's changed your mind going into next week?
No, Chisora's the big favourite. Chisora's he's David Price's stylistic nightmare. I boxed David Price and people say I was his best win. I underperformed like that. I wasn't very good, but I still feel and I hope, because it's been and gone now for me, I can't take it back and change history. So I hope that's given him the confidence to do a similar thing. He's going to have to be what he was against me times 20, because Chisora is probably a million times nastier than me, just as physically strong, punches harder, real relentless, proper relentless, hard man. And he's got his work out. I make Chisora a massive favourite, but I really hope David can do it, and he's more than capable. But the thing is, can he do it? Can he put it all together on the night? And that's where the question marks will lie. But if he can, he's got a chance. If not, Chisora will roll straight for him.
Final one, staying with the heavyweight theme. Tonight we saw Martin Bacoli in there, last minute opponent change in with the kingpin Kevin Johnson. A lot of people impressed he actually managed to get Kevin out of there, even though maybe Kevin didn't look quite as sharp or as good we've seen him in the past. What do you make of that fight?
Kevin Johnson for me needs to retire. People say to me retire. I've only had 34 amateur and pro. He's 40 years old. He boxed 8 days ago. For me, it's dangerous after he had an 8-rounder 8 days ago, and it was a hard 8-rounder. To come back in again against Martin Bacoli, who's a very good heavyweight. I've done a few rounds of him. I've watched him. He's super talented. Michael Hunter lost. It's shown now that Michael Hunter is a very, very good heavyweight. In a lot of people's eyes, he's a big favourite to beat an Asian Povetkin. So Martin Bacoli's very, very good. You can't take nothing from stopping Kevin Johnson. It looks good on paper, but Kevin, for me, he's come to the end of the line, really, at nearly 41 with all the miles on the clock. But Bacoli moves on. I think he's fighting in Monaco 30th of November. I don't know if everyone knows that. I think they do. I do. I've just told everybody. I hope they do. So hopefully a big fight there. I'd like to see him box I don't know. Hrgovic, maybe. I'd like to see Macaulay Hrgovic. Why not? People say, "Oh, he shouldn't box him." Why not? We want the best fight and the best, surely. So that's the fight that I'd be super interested in watching as a fan.
Dave Allen, I'm going to let you go. There's a lot of people waiting for photographs, so thank you very much for speaking to Boxing Social.
Cheers, mate.